Hi there, this is Natalie.Bodily again for our week 8 journal. I just have to say really fast, I was terrified of these when we first started class, and I was like, what in the heck is that? But they really are a good way to express yourself. I'm much more verbal than I am writing, so it's been a fun experiment. Okay, let's get into it. So my two ideas to introduce probability. I thought of jelly beans. It's such an easy, fun way to figure out the probability. If you know on the back, I especially like the Harry Potter Birdie's Bots beans because it's every flavor. So they're the ones that the green speckled could be either juicy pear or throw up flavored. And the white ones could be coconut or like stinky socks, something like that. So I think it would be fun to use, especially this brand or this type of jelly bean because it adds one more layer. On the back, it shows every flavor. It shows the color and then the two different options. So I think doing using jelly beans would be super fun, especially when it's not just a green, a pink, a yellow, a purple. It's a green gross one or a purple tasty one, or because every color has two different flavors associated with it. Does that make sense? I hope so. I think it'd be so much fun, especially because probability and statistics is more, I feel like, middle school. So it would just be awesome to do it with that. I think it'd be a great idea. Another one is a Family Feud game. Um, I think doing a survey amongst middle school students, for example, and then playing that game the Family Feud way. You're trying to find the top answer. What's the most common out of all the answers for your favorite ice cream flavor, for example? I think it would be a fun little way to show probability. And who hasn't heard of the Family Feud game? Although maybe some of these kids these days probably haven't because, you know, they wouldn't. To introduce technology using Kahoot. Kahoot's just one of my favorite apps for technology. I think it's so versatile. You can use it in so many ways. And Family Feud as well. Both of these little ways to introduce them, making them a technology component would be easy. It's just not that hard, I feel like, to use technology in our classrooms if we have it. That's the trick. I know my district has. Just this year, they gave every teacher had 10 Chromebooks in their class. And now this year they have, I think, 10 iPads. So that's good. So between the two, all of our classes there's a cap of 25 from TK to third, and then fourth and fifth each have a max of 30. But fourth and fifth actually got a few more because they have more students. So I feel like it's just a no-brainer to use these options. I also like using the virtual spinners that we learned about in class. And that's just such an easy way to show it. We don't have to reinvent the wheel with things. It's just there for us. The second part of our lesson was to explore a lesson from one of the websites. And I chose this lesson. Let's see if it'll go there. With from Scholastic, the Scholastic Foundation. And this is data sampling. The students, if they're working on this project, they pick an issue and they gauge a public opinion. So for example, summer concert series, let's see who wants to do that. So it goes through step by step. It tells them that they need to ask a question. Would you be willing to pay a fee? Okay. And then it teaches them how to select a sample. You can select from age groups, male, female, pet owners, registered voters, etc. Selecting the sample size and the confidence level. Let's just do it like it is. And then let's do 55 and older. And then let's do 11 to 17. And so they choose these different options and they compare them to the actual population. the representative sample, and the entire population. And then they have to, answer these questions, reflect on these questions, um, and it goes on there. So I thought that was a really cool way of teaching our students probability statistics, how to kind of figure those things out. Some of the questions, modifications that I would make, probably having more like this program, if the questions were set. So I could, in my classroom, especially middle school, sixth grade middle school, have students make their own questions up. Would it be beneficial to, or should we have more options in the cafeteria for lunch? Or should we implement a salad bar in our cafeteria? Different questions like that. I think that's how I would change it more. Is I would have the students actually come up with the questions and then do some of the sampling themselves. Anyway, this was a great lesson. I'm excited to do. I've been pretty pro fourth, fifth grade, but as I've learned about some of these younger standards for kindergarten and first grade, that makes me want to maybe dabble in there. But then these older lessons of probability and statistics. I mean, I know we can incorporate them at a younger age, but that would be so much fun to do too. So I don't know. I don't even know what grade I want to teach. And the thing is, I felt this way about the literacy classes and the history classes too. So I think they're all great lessons. They're all great grades. So anyway, thank you for listening. Have a great day, a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.